I always introduce myself as Ling since my last name is a bit hard for people to pronounce. To be exact, it's not hard, it just doesn't sound right. Every time the customer service asks me, "What's your last name, ma'am?" Ho? "Oh, hi, Miss Hao." In reality, with my last name, I have less chance getting a job interview compared to Smith, Johnson, or Anderson. Even if I use my English name Lisa, my chance is not much better unless I change my last name with my husband. The only problem is that my husband is Mexican. Today we will talk about the decision-making inherent based on last names. The current labor markets discriminate on race, religion, sex, national origin, age, sexual orientation, pregnancy, physical appearance, which covers all attributes prohibited to be discriminated by employers under Title VII of Civil Rights Act, as well as all the additional amendments. Today we focus on a specific aspect, your last name. Research showed that white last names receive 50% more callbacks than African American names with exactly the same resume, and 28% more callbacks compared to Asian names. So, submitting exactly the same resume, if I'm Emily Brown, I can expect on average 1 callback for every 10 jobs I apply. If I use my actual name, Ning Ho, I need to apply to 12 to 13 different jobs for a callback. Well, if I'm Lakisha Washington, I would need to apply to 15 different jobs for 1 callback. To be noted here, the difference rate might not be able to generalize to other industries, but the trend is true. Other factors impact the percentages as well. For instance, work experience does increase the likelihood of a callback by 0.4%, which means if I want to expect the same chance of a callback as Lakisha, I have to have 8 more years of work experience, and changing my address to a fancy community doesn't help too much if my last name is not white. Research also demonstrated if I only change my first name but keep my original last name, that doesn't really help either. There's even a practice called resume whitening, which I can consciously eliminate information related to my minority status, for instance, being a member of Chinese student organization. That will significantly increase the callback rate. Some employers present themselves as valuing diversity, which makes minority candidates more likely to submit a transparent resume. But research showed that those employers don't actually reduce discrimination against unwhitened resumes, so just be careful. What could be potential mechanisms of the situation besides obvious discrimination and additional costs, for instance, for immigration processes? First, stereotype. People subconsciously associate certain characteristics with certain race groups. Asian last names with better mathematical skills, while white last names with better social interaction skills. Second, we like to avoid trouble. Some foreign names are impossible to pronounce. For instance, let's discuss this candidate. We subconsciously don't want to pronounce the name wrong in front of our committee members, and definitely not in a job interview. Third, mental costs. Processing and remembering those foreign names is mentally costing. Research showed that there's less discrimination on higher level jobs, which potentially supports this mechanism, that only high quality candidates or jobs with significant stakes worth the mental exhaustion. What is your experience in the labor market? Thanks for watching.